So many people are looking for happiness. Happiness is found in moments, not in a destination. So many people want to win the lottery and get to a destination. So many people want to retire, then relax, so to speak. There's these a lot of illusions and fantasies that people have in their mindset, and when they arrive, it doesn't look the way they thought it was going to look. And it's because you're traveling with yourself. Your symptoms are traveling with you. Your arthritis, your mindset, your view of life. Everything travels with you, whether you have substance or not. Do you understand? So then happiness doesn't dwell in a destination, it dwells from within. It comes from how you view yourself, how you view life. Happiness comes from contentment. Happiness comes from seeing yourself as enough. Happiness comes from meeting goals and challenging yourself and setting yourself in a direction that is worthy and valuable, and then promising these things to yourself that you're going to kind of like, it's a promise of destiny. It's a promise of, all right, this is the direction we're going to go to. Even if we fall along the way, we're going to get back up. We're going to keep going. Happiness is within the journey. So it's not a moment in time that just lasts forever. That's the fantasy and the illusion that most people have, that life itself freezes, just like you freeze a movie, and it stays like that, and you just live blissfully, happily ever after. That is the illusion. Really what it looks like is a peak of a whole lot of dopamine, right? When you something happens to you, right? It looks like this. Oh, I just made $1 million, or I just got the house I want, or I just got married, or I just, and guess what? What goes up comes down, because time keeps going, and that moment isn't frozen. So what time looks like, it looks like a series of days, weeks, months, years, and each and every one of those seasons brings you something else, right? Sometimes it's a season of drought. Sometimes it's a season of plentiful. Sometimes it's a season, right, of different types of chastisement or rejection and this and that. And guess what? Your feelings are not going to be all the way up here anymore while you are going through all of that, right? When you're sick, when you're going through something, and you're like, oh man, I'm getting over a cold, right? You're not, you got what you wanted, but you're not up here anymore. You understand? So then it's a maintaining up here of your visual of what matters and keeping your first place. It's a putting in the forefront what matters, what's important, what's valuable, like God, family, like yourself and your future, your destiny, your calling, right? A career, if that's what matters to you, like putting that at your forefront, but not making that itself an idol. See, it might have value, but you shouldn't make it an idol. Does that make sense? A career has value. You're doing something you love, but it shouldn't be your God, right? So then we should talk about that as well, because that's the other side of the coin. But then defining happiness, which so many people are living for happiness, okay, it's a feeling, right? But you got to maintain it. And is it realistic to believe that you can always uphold a feeling all the time, right? It's like holding a football, right? Like holding a football. Let's put it like that as an illustration. Like there's comes a point in time where you take a shower and you let go of the football because you're not going to take the football and take a shower. Just like that, where it doesn't make any sense, happiness will be rocked by circumstances. It looks a lot like a shower. It looks like a different type of setting that a football doesn't have any business being there. So then as a result, you let go of the football, but you pick up the football later on, right? When you remind yourself, okay, the shower, I mean, in this illustration, I'm sorry to say that the shower is referred to as a circumstance that is not so, happy. But a lot of the things that are not so happy in terms of a challenge, in terms of, like rejection, anything to do with it hurting you, that's where the promises of God are yes and amen. That's when God says, don't worry. Romans 8:28 says that he's going to turn everything around for the good eventually. Trust in him. Trust in his promises. Right? So then that hope itself brings back the reassurance that happiness is still in play. Pick up that football, keep running with it. You understand? So it's a mind frame. It's a mindset. And happiness is not, in conclusion to this video, happiness is not a destination. We've all gone to vacation. We've all, when we get there, we're at the very top. You're going through the check-in moment. You're looking around. Wow, this place is amazing. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, have you seen the pool? No. But hey, did you check out the gym? Oh man, they got a big old gym, right? And everybody's like, yeah, you're at the top, right? And along the way in the trip, you're talking about what are you gonna do when you get there, etc. Right? Day one, you want to go and express, like you want to experience every single little thing. Okay? Let's go to the gym. Okay, yeah, no, we've been in the gym already 15 minutes. Let's go to the pool. Come on. You get to a pool. Okay, now let's go to the beach. Okay, now you went to the beach. Okay, and then you go back to the hotel. You get some water. You get some food. You smile. You're okay. You see that? You've experienced all the luxury that the hotel has to offer. Now, hey, let's watch some TV. Now you're doing something that you could be doing at home, right? See that? And then little by little, you're chilling in bed. It's like, yo, let's go to the beach. Nah, I'm good. Hey, let's go to the pool. This is like day 2 or 3 already. It's like, what happened? What happened to that? We're up here. That's what I'm trying to say about happiness.